Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. So first of all guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps and close our eyes. And when you're ready guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Very good. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. So let's begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can, big stretch. And then let's go down low, touch our toes. And now, let's go back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? Tippy toe high, and have a wave side to side. And then back down to touch our toes one final time. Now let's stand up straight, and we'll do some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent, guys. Next, let's take our right hand and let's find our left foot. And then, left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. And final couple now. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Excellent, guys. And let's have a shake. Shake it out. Shake it out. Arms and legs. Very good. And to finish, we'll do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So in the previous English lesson, we were learning and practicing about the tense that we use to describe things we are doing now. Does anybody remember the name of that tense? Excellent, guys. That's superb. Yes, the present continuous tense. So first of all, let's write that phrase on the board again. Present. P-R-E-S-E-N-T. And then continuous. C-O-N-T-I-N-U-O-U-S. Continuous. And then our final word, tense. T-E-S-E. Excellent. So altogether, present continuous tense. And in the previous lesson, we learned how to construct sentences in the present continuous tense. And that meant putting different types of words together. So the first type of word we used was subject. Yes. S-U-B-J-E-C-T. Subject. And then the next one was verb to be. Remember, we had to check which subject we use for the correct form of verb to be. So let's write to be. B-E. To be. And then, does anybody remember the next word beginning with V? The action word. Verb. Yes, the next word was verb. V-E-R-B. Now remember, what was special about present continuous tense is that to describe ongoing actions, we have to add some letters to the verb word. Does anybody remember? +ing. Excellent, yes. So now, I won't say, I am talk. I will say, I am talking. Talk, I-N-G. So verb plus I-N-G. And then our final word, which we don't have to use all the time, but it usually complements the verb. We call it an object. O-B-J-E-C-T. So our four groups of words, subject, verb to be, then the verb word, plus ing, and the object. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask my students to close their eyes. And I'm going to write a phrase in the present continuous tense. But I'm going to leave out some important details. And that student will need to come forward, see what's missing, and fill in the gaps to make it correct. So first of all, we need our sentence. Okay, so now you can open your eyes, and one student down has the pen. So down, can you come forward for me, please? So let's have a look at the sentence first, guys. I play football. Now, I play football is okay, but that is simple present tense. What we're going to do is change it to present continuous tense. So down, if we use the subject I, what form of verb to be doing? I am. Excellent. So how do we spell am, guys? A-M. Excellent. Now, I am play football.
I am playing football.
You see, what do we need to do with our verb word? Okay, so Dan, can you demonstrate for me? I-N-G. That's perfect. And you see now, Dan has demonstrated how to change the sentence into the present continuous tense. So all together, guys, I am playing football. Present continuous. Dan, that was excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Dan, please, guys. Okay, so now that's one way to write a sentence. Now, close our eyes again, and there'll be another sentence for somebody to complete. Okay, let's open our eyes, guys. Who has the pen? Pat, come and join me at the front of class, please. Okay, so Pat's going to help us change the sentence. But first of all, let's read it. Subject, guys. We eat noodles. Now, okay, that sentence is okay, but it's simple present tense. Okay, so first of all, Pat, what we need to do, if we're using the subject we, what form of verb to be do we use, guys? Are. A. Are. E. Perfect. And now what do we need to do with our verb word? We are eat noodles. We are eating noodles. So Pat, what do we need to do with our verb word? I-N-G. I-N-G. Perfect. So now we have our present continuous tense in the correct form. All together, guys, we are eating noodles. Excellent. Pat, that was brilliant. Well done. High five and big round of applause for Pat. There are 3 different forms of verb to be in the continuous tense. So let's do one more and practice the 3rd and final form. Let's close our eyes, guys. Okay, let's open our eyes. Who has the pen now? Prau has the pen. So Prau can come forward and have a look at our sentence. First of all, let's read together, guys. Eat, sleep, quietly. Now that's not quite right. For present continuous, if we use the subject it, what form of verb to be, Prau? It is. Excellent. I-S. It is sleep quietly. Sleeping. What do we need to do with our verb word sleep? Excellent. You see, each time ing on the end of the verb for continuous form. So we can all say together, guys, it is sleeping quietly. Yes. And remember, if we're going to use the subject pronoun it, never use with people because it's impolite. Use he for boys, she for girls. It is to be used with animals and objects. For Prau, that was excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Prau. So one final time, guys, let's practice saying together, I am playing football. We are eating noodles. It is sleeping quietly. Excellent, guys. Very well done. And what we're going to do in today's lesson, we're going to move on and look at things that we do and how often we do them in both simple present tense and also present continuous tense. These things that we do and when we describe how often we do them are called time markers. Yes, it marks the time of how often we do something. But there's also another phrase. If you hear the phrase adverbs of frequency, that describes time markers too. And what our students are going to do is learn more about them today and how to use them. So let's turn our chairs, guys, to have a look at the PowerPoint presentation first of all. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation about time markers. Yes. We use the present simple tense to talk about truths or repeated actions. Yes. And we can use time markers to describe how often we do something. Now, the different type of time markers are words you've probably heard already. And now we look at how we use them to describe how often we do something. So, first word, for something we do all the time, we can say always. Like, Dad always cooks the dinner. The dinner, yes. Always here is the time marker because Dad cooks all the time. We can say always. However, for something that we don't do all the time, but we do quite a lot, we can use the time marker usually. Yes, like Mom usually gets up early. Yes, and you can see for 100% of the time, always. Usually about 80%. We do it more often than not. But then, not usually, less frequently than usually, we would say often. Like Cindy often surfs the net. Yes, surfs the net. Do you know what that means? Play on the internet. Some people will say surf the net. It means play on the internet. And often means we do it more than we don't, but not very often. And then 50% of the time, we can use the time marker sometimes. Like Tim sometimes bangs the door. Yes, if he does it like 3 or 4 times out of 10, we can say sometimes. And then all the way to the bottom, for something we don't do at all, we can say never. Bob never goes to school late. Yes, that means Bob must always be on time because he never goes to school late. So these words in the middle column, guys, are our time markers. Always, usually, often, sometimes, never. And you can see the percentage of how often we do something when we use them. Now let's practice in sentences. We always eat lunch in the canteen. Yes, when we're at school, our lunch every day in the canteen. So we can say we always eat lunch in the canteen. I usually play badminton with my friends. Now, usually, not every day, but maybe 4 or 5 times per week, we can say usually. I usually play badminton with my friends. He sometimes listens to music at home. Now we use sometimes when we do something about 50% of the time. So that means out of 10 days, if we do it 5 days and don't do it 5 days, sometimes. Yes. And then less than 50, now we're getting to things that we don't do very often. Another word we can use, rarely. She rarely makes a mistake with her homework. Now that means that once or twice she will make a mistake, but hardly ever. So hardly ever means rarely. She rarely makes a mistake with her homework. And then, for something we never do, they never walk home from school if it is raining. Yes, these students here, if it rains, they always get the bus. Never and always are the opposites. If we always do one thing, we never do the other thing. Like, I always drink coffee in the morning. I never drink tea. Time markers in the present simple tense are also known as adverbs of frequency. Yes, it's the same words, always, usually, sometimes, rarely, never. And you can see here a guide of how often the percentage we do it to use the word. Always 100%, usually about 80%, sometimes 60 or 50%, then less than 50, 30 or 20%, rarely, and 0%, never. These are time markers or adverbs of frequency. But now we use the present continuous tense to talk about things we are doing now. Yes, like we demonstrated on the board earlier, for present continuous tense, always now. And there are some different time markers to use. They are watching television now. Yes, now is the most often one to use because it describes this moment. Or we could say, he is brushing his teeth right now. Yes, now and right now are the same meaning. It means at this moment. We are studying at school today. Yes, we can say today for present continuous tense because today is the present day. We can use today for days. For weeks, we would say this week, and month, this month, and year, this year. Always describe this or today. And then the final one, she is talking with her friend at the moment. Yes. So you can see present continuous tense, all of the different phrases describe the same time, now. We had now, right now, today, at the moment. And when we use these with present continuous tense, it means now. Any questions, guys? That was excellent. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation about time markers in the present simple tense and the present continuous tense and how they are used differently. And we've got a couple of exercises coming up for our students to demonstrate their understanding. But for now, guys, time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this sequence, we can begin by walking on the spot. Stop. Walking on the spot again. Jogging on the spot. Stop. Turn left. Turn left. Left again. And left. Hello. Jogging on the spot. Stop. Jogging, stop. Jogging on the spot. Quickly. 3, 2, 1. Stop. Turn right. Turn right again. Turn right. And right. Hello. And to finish, we will do 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So teachers, what we've got now is an activity for our students to demonstrate their understanding by constructing sentences with adverbs of frequency or time markers in the simple present tense. So what you'll need to do is print out the flashcards and cut each sentence into individual words and keep them separate for our students to do. But what we need first is we need some teams. So divide your students into pairs or threes depending on the number of subjects. So what we've got here, Chu and Pakbung, team 1. Pat and Nadia, team 2. Net and Dan, team 3. And then Bangpon, Prel and Lakau, team 4. And what we'll do is we'll give each team their own sentence, and when we say go, they have to place the words together to create the correct sentence. And if they're ready, they can read with teacher, and I can check for them. So first of all, guys, sentences. Team 1, Chu and Pakbung, here's yours. But don't touch them yet, guys. Wait until everybody is ready. And then we've got team 2s. Okay, but don't touch yet. Wait until team 3 and team 4 have theirs. Team 3, Down and Net.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And not just yet. Wait till team 4 get theirs. Team 4. So I'll put on Brow's desk because there's 3 on team 4. So not yet, guys. What we'll do, team 1, are you ready?
Ready.
In that case, I will mix up your words. Team 2, are you ready?
Ready.
Team 3, are you ready?
Ready.
Team 4, are you ready? Okay, go guys. Let's see who can put their sentences in the correct order first. They are sentences we've seen in the PowerPoint presentation, but I've made them slightly longer. So remember, the first word we use will be subject. I, you, we, they. Remember, time marker. Remember, net, don't do that. Dan wants to do it, okay. I, remember adverb of frequency. Our adverb of frequency, guys, our time marker is always our second word after our subject. So, Prel, let go.
We always eat
Our lunch in the school canteen. Excellent. So that's team 4. So Nadia, Pat, are you ready? He sometimes listens to music with his friends at home. They never walk from school if. Do we have if? Another? No? Okay, never mind. If it is raining. Okay. They never walk home from school. So now, they never walk home from. Okay, thank you, Chu. I was looking for if. They never walk home from school if it is raining. Excellent, well done, guys. And now down. Down and net. I usually play badminton in the park with my friends. Excellent, guys. Very well done. So now, collect your words and pass them to the teams on your left. And we can play our next round. So teachers, you can see the activity that we're doing in our classroom. You can pause your video now and do the same activity with your students for around 10 minutes or so. And I will take Pak Bunks and pass over to Lakau and Prel. So, face down until I say ready. That's it. You can mix them up, guys. Good. Pat, you've got some on the floor. Team 1, are you ready?
Ready.
Team 2, are you ready? Ready. Team 3, ready? Team 4,
Ready.
go. Now remember, guys, the form, subject, and then time marker. I, always. You, sometimes. This is a good way for our students to practice constructing the sentence in the right form. Excellent, down. We, always. They, and then, so where's our time marker? They. Never. They never. And then he, so now we need our time marker. Sometimes. He sometimes. Remember, subject, time marker, net. Don't do that. Dan wants to do it. Okay, so remember, it's subject, time marker, and verb. He sometimes, so where's our verb word? Listens to music. He sometimes listens to music. He sometimes listens to music with his friends at home. There's another word here that should be here, guys, with. Nadia, remember, subject, then time marker. Okay, so I usually play with my, see, in the park. Okay, try now. I usually play badminton in the park with my friends. Excellent. Down. Okay. Okay, try now. We always eat our lunch in the school canteen. Well done. How are we getting on, guys? They never Okay, can you take it from there? They never walk home from school if it... Okay, one more time together.
They never walk home from school if it
Is raining. Excellent. Okay, excellent, guys. That was great. Very well done. And now it's time for our worksheet activity part of the lesson. So teachers, what you need to do is print off a worksheet for each of your students. And there's a list of 10 sentences or statements in the simple present tense. Our students need to read each one and then use the correct time marker or adverb of frequency depending on their own situation. For example, guys, number 1. I something brush my teeth in the morning. Something we do every day. I always brush my teeth in the morning. Okay? So have a look at the others and see what we can do. And what's the first thing we need to do, guys? Yes. And give our students around 10 minutes to complete all of them. And then we can have a look at the end. So Chu for you. Pat Boom, here's yours. Pat for you. Nadia, this one's for you. Ned, here's yours.
Thank you.
Down this, you're welcome. Bangpon for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Prau for you.
Thank you.
And Lakau. So have a read of the sentences, guys, and then decide which of the time markers or adverb of frequency complete the sentences best. Like the first one, I brush my teeth. We do it every day. So we say, I always brush my teeth in the morning. Or we should do. Go on a school trip to the zoo. Not always. Sometimes, yes, exactly. We sometimes go on a school trip to the zoo. We went last year. We might go this year. And then number 3, I visit my grandparents, grandmother, grandfather. Do you see them often? No. Okay, then rarely or never. Do you go to see your grandparents, grandmother, grandfather? If you go, you can say yes, often. Or if you don't go, never or rarely. And you can use each word more than once, guys, because people might have different answers. So, we something go on a school trip to the zoo. What words would best describe that? Paco? Yes. Can you say it? Sometimes. Sometimes, yes. Not always. Eat pizza at the weekend. I rarely eat pizza at the weekend. Well done. Because what we're doing is we're describing how often we do things. Okay, so Pangpon, do you eat pizza every weekend? Or just sometimes? Or hardly ever, rarely? Which adverb of frequency or time marker? So homework. How often do you get homework? Every day?
Always.
If it's every day, always. Teacher always gives us homework to do. But if you get it sometimes or never, it's up to you. Grandfather, grandmother, do you go to see them sometimes?
Yes.
Yes. Always. Every day? Or some days? Some days, sometimes. If it's every day, always. Excellent, Nadia. And then number 6, play with my friends after school. Do you play with your friends every day after school?
Yes.
So always. I always play with my friends. And then the coffee shop. After school, do you go to the coffee shop?
No.
So never, never. Children don't go to the coffee shop. So we never go to the coffee shop after school. Teacher might go, but students don't go to the coffee shop after school. So do you get homework every day?
No.
Some days?
Someday.
So sometimes. Some days means sometimes. So Nadia, after school, do you go to the coffee shop? Ever? Never. So what word will we use? I never visit the coffee shop after school. Okay, now where will you go to eat lunch when you're at school? Always eat lunch in the canteen. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to complete the different questions or sentences with the correct time markers, adverbs of frequency. And it's important to remember that for this exercise, some students might have different answers because it depends on their own personal lifestyle, where it's just good to see them using them in the right structure. So well done, guys. That was excellent. And that's all we've got time for today. So we hope you've enjoyed the lesson and now know how to use time markers in the 2 tenses, simple present and present continuous. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you again soon.